Welcome. Today, we're going to explore one of the most well-known stories in history, the birth of Jesus. Whether you've heard parts of it or it's completely new to you, this version is told in plain, simple English. So sit back, relax, and let's begin. Our story begins over 2,000 years ago in a quiet place called Nazareth. Nazareth was a small, simple town. Nothing fancy, nothing famous. People there lived ordinary lives, growing food, caring for animals, and raising families. In this town lived a young woman named Mary. Mary was kind, thoughtful, and faithful. She was engaged to a carpenter named Joseph, an honest, hard-working man. One day, something extraordinary happened. An angel appeared to Mary with a message from God. Mary was surprised, but she felt peace in her heart and trusted the message she received. And with that, her part in a much bigger story began. Not long after this, the ruler of the land ordered everyone to travel to their hometowns to be counted for a census. This meant people everywhere packed their things and began long journeys. Joseph's family was originally from a town called Bethlehem, so he and Mary had to travel there. It was a far and difficult trip, and Mary was almost ready to have her baby. Day after day, they walked through hills, dust, and crowded roads. But step by step, they made their way. When they finally reached Bethlehem, the town was crowded. Every house and guest room was full. Joseph searched for a place for them to stay, but door after door, he heard the same answer. There was no room. At last, one innkeeper offered the only space he had left, a simple stable where the animals were kept. It wasn't much, but it was safe and warm enough. That night, in that humble stable, Mary gave birth to her baby boy, Jesus. She wrapped him in cloth and placed him in a manger, a feeding box for animals. It was a simple beginning, but one that would become one of the most important moments in history. That same night, a bright star appeared in the sky. Out in the fields nearby, shepherds were watching their sheep. Suddenly, the sky filled with light, and angels brought them a message. A special child had been born in Bethlehem. The shepherds hurried to see for themselves, and they found Mary, Joseph, and the baby exactly as they had been told. Far away, wise men who studied the stars noticed the new star as well. Believing it signaled the birth of someone great, they traveled a long distance across deserts and mountains to find the child. When they finally reached him, they were filled with joy and offered gifts to honor him. The story of Jesus' birth is not just about a baby being born. It's about hope arriving in an unexpected place, a quiet stable instead of a palace. It's about ordinary people, like shepherds and travelers, being the first to hear the news. It's about light shining in darkness, guiding people from near and far. Mary and Joseph held their child, knowing their lives and the world would never be the same. And that is how the story of Jesus' birth begins. A young woman, a long journey, a crowded town, a stable filled with straw, a baby placed in a manger, a star that shone bright, and hearts filled with hope. This story has been told for thousands of years, but its message remains simple and timeless. That hope can come from the humblest places, that light can enter the darkest nights, and that even ordinary people can be part of something extraordinary. Thank you for listening. I hope this simple telling brought the story to life in a clear and meaningful way. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss future videos.